Hello and welcome to Crypto Profit. This is Josh Morris, and today I'm going to give you two strategies on which cryptocurrencies to buy. So I'm going to tell you which cryptocurrencies I think you should buy in 2018 and the two strategies that go along with it. So if you like videos like this, you want to learn more about cryptocurrency and investing in cryptocurrency to make money in 2018, feel free to hit the subscribe button, hit that subscribe button so you can keep learning more as I keep bringing them out. So the first strategy is, let me just open this up, is to use coin market cap. Now I use these to find the top market cap coins because they're kind of the best coins in the industry in this entire market. And I kind of want to hold maybe the top 10 or the top 20, and I want to hold them for as long as possible, for the next 5, 10, 20 years even, because I think cryptocurrency is here to stay, but nobody is sure which coin will be the best. It all depends on the team, it depends on the execution, it depends on the marketplace, it depends on so many things, so we just don't know. Like a long time ago, you wouldn't have known that Facebook would have beat out Friendster and MySpace. You just don't know. So you invest in many different companies as long as you believe in the system in that case of social media, and in this case of cryptocurrency. So I believe in it. So what you want to do in this first strategy is to find coins that you want to hold for a very long time. Very long-term strategy. And I would just go with the top 10 or the top 5 or whatever. So you find these top 5 coins and you go open them up, and you're basically looking for buying opportunities. So you don't just want to go and buy £1,000 or whatever of each of these. You want to stagger your purchases down. So you average your cost. So if you basically if let's have a look at Bitcoin right now. So BTC, USDT. I like to use USDT Tether. So I would look at this chart and I would kind of decide where the best place to buy is. Now, if you want to buy anyway, if you just want to get into the game, it doesn't really matter where you buy, because you got to get your skin in the game. You got to get your money on the table, so to speak. But let's say you're looking for best opportunities to buy. Well, you would go to a chart like this. You would draw your basic fibs, as you probably know to do, and then you've got your basic levels right here. Look at this. We got the 61.8 and the 78.6. You can see I've got some bids working in there already. I've got a bid working down here. There's a gap. I've got a bid working down here right in the center. And you can see we kind of got a big M right here, and it feels like we could go into these levels. But if you want to get in anywhere, you don't want to wait for those main levels, you could draw a fib off of this range, and you can see that we're already in kind of a good level. Oh wait, no, I gotta flip that over. Un momento, por favor. Yeah, so you can see right here there's another level, the 61.8, and we're just lower than it. So really you could purchase now if you wanted, and you, in the long term, if you're going to hold for 5 or 10 years, you're most likely to find opportunities to sell at a profit, because at this range we are way down from the top, from the most highest point that we ever got to. But if you want to wait for a big buying opportunity, then I would wait for this sort of window. And again, you don't want to buy all at once, no matter where you buy. You buy a little bit. Let's say you wanted £1,000 worth of Bitcoin. So you buy £100 now. If it drops down a bit, you buy 100. If it spikes up, you leave it for a bit. And then when it drops down, you buy a bit more. So that's how you average your cost in. And that's how you get a position in some of these coins. So that's a really, really great way to get a position in some coins. But there's another strategy. And that is to just buy coins that seem really, really bad at the moment, or really low value, that they're not necessarily coins you'll hold for a long time, but they're coins that you could just make a bit of money on, right? So let's look at an example. NBT, I think, is an example I just purchased. Let me have a look-see. Yeah, I just purchased some of this because look at this chart. Compare it to Bitcoin where it's just spiking up. This chart is, let me have a quick check on, make sure everything's okay. This chart has gone from up here all the way boosh down, right? It's just spiked down. It's hitting the bottom of its range. So you see these tails here, these long tails. They've all been chewed up and eaten up by the market, and those prices have been hit. Now, even this tail is still going to be eaten right here. There's still a little bit more. So it could keep going down the price. Or actually, I think it's been eaten just now. So with this, let's put a horizontal ray, a horizontal line, or an extended ray. Let's try that. Let's keep that flat. Let's see if that ate that wick. Let's have a look. It got very close to the bottom of the wick. It left a tiny bit of a wick, so I think it could leave it at that and just leave the rest of that wick. So look, I purchased here because I started to notice this W coming in. If you know anything about W's, you know that market shape means that you get a W here with a high, a low, and then it breaks out above here, so it kind of broke out. So it's kind of a basic W, and we're way at the bottom of the range here. So what I do is I just purchase a little bit, really tiny amounts, nothing to talk home about. It's really small amounts, so very small amounts, and then you set orders at the double. There's no stop order, there's no risk, nothing like that. You set orders at 100%, at 200%, at 400%, at 800%, and that sort of thing. So then I just leave that. I just completely leave that. And I put maybe £5 or £10 in that, so I don't mind risking it. I don't mind losing it. I'm not fussed. I do this with a lot of coins, and many of them start to double, right? So when these orders, when this spikes up a little bit, it only really needs to go up a little bit for my doubles to get hit, and I'm making profit on all of that. So eventually I would end up with a free position in this coin just after the first double, and I'll get all my money back in Bitcoin. So that's a really good strategy. Let me show you a couple where I've actually done that. So on HUC is a recent one where I did this. You can see this is an example of averaging your cost down as well as hitting those doubles. So right over here, I was just playing around, not really doing anything serious. Here I started purchasing, and then I averaged my cost down. It went up but not high enough, and it came back down, so I averaged my cost down. That dropped down again, and I bought again just so I could have at the lower base. So it averaged my cost to kind of in the middle, right? And then I set my sell orders automatically once I had got that, and you can see from down here, this is a double, 110%. This is a double, or almost a double. So I think I tried something else on this one. You can see I've got sell orders all the way up here based on these different purchases, based on these doubles. So again, I'm just leaving this. I'm not really touching it. But you can see in these types of coins, I am getting out. So that's the second strategy. You just purchase these coins at the bases when they're really below value, when they're really quite low down, and you can enjoy getting doubles off that. You just set your sell orders and doubles will come in. It's very different to coins like, for example, ETC at the moment, where I'm buying this coin. 1 second, it's probably not on this one. Is it on Bitfinex? ETC? Either that, or either way, I bought right over here, and I'm really just going to let this one go because I think Ethereum Classic is a very good coin. You can see it's up here somewhere. Ethereum Classic is number 18 on the coin market cap list, so it's one of the top 20 coins. So it's something I want to hold for the future just to see what it will do. I'm not necessarily going to sell a position on a double like I am with the other strategy. So that's two awesome strategies you can use. This is how you find some coins. To find coins for the other strategy, I literally just go into Cryptopia. I'm on Cryptopia now because a lot of money is moving into Cryptopia and they get a lot of doubles. I just literally go onto Cryptopia and I just go randomly and I look at different coins. So here's one that's spiking up, you don't want to chase. Here's one that's kind of flat, you could look into that. There's just loads of these coins that are just low down, so you can just buy a nibble of this right here, and you're really not really expecting anything. You just put a couple of pounds in, and when it spikes, you get the double order. So it's really quite a an interesting strategy. This one you could see is spiking, so I would leave this one alone. But this is how I find them. I just literally go through them at random, and it's kind of fun. Now, if you find a coin that you really like, you want to get into, what you can do is instead of just ignoring it, you can draw your fibs, right? You can get the position right here, la 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 la, and you can say I want to order back in when it hits this spot. So you can see you had an opportunity to buy in at this bit because there's a tail here. So if you had your order working there, then you probably could have purchased that. But also right here under value, what do we see over here? There is a little gap right here. Well, it's not so little, it's massive. Big gap right here below 78.6, just below this value spot. So what I might do, set some alerts when it starts coming into that region, and then I've got my alert set, so if this coin ever comes back down to earth, I can go in there and purchase and get back on this train, and then, or not get back on this train, start on this train, and then set my working double orders and just get into it. Now you can see I don't check the coin, I don't look at the back end, I'm just literally looking at the charts, and these are kind of throwaway orders. Like I might try this and then see what happens. I'm really not fussed if I lose that. The real value is in the coins that I'm holding that I stagger down, right? So I did this with Ripple. Everybody says to buy Ripple now. I'm not buying Ripple. I'm waiting because I bought Ripple, as I'll show you here, just before the big spike, and at the moment it hasn't come down to earth yet. So you can see I've got a buy order right here. There is an hourly gap right here in the chart, so I stuck a buy order there, just like a stink bid sort of thing. Wish order. I got a buy order down there. You see I bought right here just before the spike. It's quite amazing. It was flatlining and I just bought, and then boosh, it went up and I got 1, 2, 3, 4 doubles. But if I wanted to get back in on this, you can see, again, you just draw your levels. You can see we're kind of heading into 61.8. If you wanted to get back on this, you could have got in any of this range here, but I've got my buy order working down here at a gap, and again I do feel like this has a ways to go down or test until I start to see it flattening out and getting a nice W like it sort of did over here. Then I probably won't be doing anything. You can see right over here there's some nice W action going on, and here's broken out the W a little bit. You could have gotten anywhere here and it would have just kept going. So there's a couple of strategies. I hope I didn't make that too long of a video. I hope you enjoyed that. Feel free to try these strategies. Use CoinMarketCap to come up with some ideas, and go through Cryptopia and these other cryptocurrencies to find those types of ideas and chart them like I do. Get in when you do. If you can't get in, set your alerts and stagger your orders down. Look for market shape, and if you just follow this process, it's quite incredible what can happen. So thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, you want to know more about any of the strategies, let me know in the comments below, and feel free to subscribe if you want more videos like this on cryptocurrency trading. So thank you so much for watching. Take care. Have an awesome day.